Okay. Oh, usually I'd be listening to something a bit more like, what's the word I'm looking for? Funky, maybe is the word? Not funky. That's not. I'd be listening to something else usually, but I have not been feeling the best. So I'm gonna also turn up, like, how can I explain it? I'm gonna turn up the gain, so it might be a little bit loud. So if it's too loud, then it's like, okay, well, I'll turn it down. But I'm turning up the gain just a little bit, like to 15, because I'm not really gonna be very loud. So yeah, yeah. Can you hear me that well? Actually, here, let me turn off the background music and let me see if you can hear me well. Because I don't know. Hello? 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 And tested out the stress switch. Sprinkle. Mm. Mm-hmm. So you can hear me pretty good. Even if you turn the volume all the way up and then turn the YouTube volume down a bit, you can hear me still very well. So that's pretty much how I gauge of something I can hear it great or not. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that does that. I feel like that's loud. I need to turn that down for me. Uh, yeah. I feel like I'm the only one that does that. Maybe it's a universal thing of like I turn my actual volume all the way up at all times and then turn like the YouTube volume down for watching videos. I don't know, because I want to scare myself when Windows is just like, you want to update? I don't know. I don't know. That means every movement I make is going to be actually loud, so I need to be a bit more quiet when I do. Because I have. If you're too young to drink, don't listen to what I'm saying. But if you're old enough, I usually, when I'm trying to calm myself down, or at least this is what I'm trying right now, just a half of a Jamba Juice cup of wine and the other half of sparkling cider. You can, even if the wine's old, this wine kind of doesn't taste right entirely. It's not expired. Does wine expire? My point is half and half of the wine and sparkling cider, and you can barely taste the wine, and it's good as fuck. And then I just like, as soon as it gets halfway, I finish off the rest of the bottle, and then it still doesn't taste like that bad. So I'm sure you could probably just like add a whole thing of wine, and then like, not whole thing, but like almost all the way, and then just add the sparkling cider on top. But yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm drinking because I can. I will say, before I do anything else, this is probably going to be short because I just woke up. I was depressed sleeping. I just woke, I just woke up and well, no, I guess I woke up at 5 technically. I woke up at 5. I still need to walk and like be a person today, a little bit of a person, and eat and whatnot. So the wine and the Gatorade is pretty much what's gonna suffice me. Anyways, enough of that. I'm going to. That's what I was gonna do. I knew I was doing something and I was talking for some reason. I'm going to leave in the description. Excuse me. I'm going to leave in the description the the word I'm looking for, the link to the website I'm using right now. Uh, no, you're fine. Not so fine now. Where I think it's fine. I don't know where it is. I'm trying to copy the thing. And for some reason it's not giving me the option. Why is it not open? Give me a second. I've not used this website in a while. Huh. There's that little option's not. Maybe I need to let me refresh the page for a second. Maybe a little. Oh, it was there for a second. It's fine. I'll get it from my Discord. It's fine. It's not there for me to usually like just. Usually they'll let you have like a little button to where you can click it and do the thing, but apparently that's not. I don't know. That's not a thing. I don't know if they moved it. I don't know if it's somewhere else. I have not used this in a while, so I don't really know. But I'll just copy it from my Discord and I'll get out of here. I'm gonna put it in the description of the video so you guys can do it with me. Let's see. Let me put this and then link to where we are. Why could I not spell? Drawing. Why am I'm having a stroke? Link to where we well to the place to draw is what I'm gonna say. It's like this keyboard's not bad. It just I need to press hard on it and I'm trying not to. There we go. And then change it. And then I'm gonna go back to where I was. And then I'm going to, yeah, and I'm going to, the thing is, especially with YouTube, if you get out of it at any point, you have like a little, there's usually like a little pop-up window for, or I make a little pop-up window for the comments. And I gotta like redo it because it'll fuck up for some reason. And I don't know. It's dumb. Here, I'll put this on the side and I'll get the other one really quickly. Probably should have done all this beforehand, but you keep my ass. Hi, hello, I see you. I'm sorry if I'm ignoring you. I'm not trying to. I'm all over the place is the best word. Also, this drawing is, yeah. We're not standing her right now. She's kind of ugly. I'm still making stuff for my video. That's another thing. I have to still finish the video because I'm making this one video. I should have released a hell of a long time ago. Now I'm gonna make that one and I gotta start on another one as soon as I'm done with that one. Obviously, but you know what I mean. It's just a lot's happening. I'll put this over here. Yeah. And then I'm going to focus it and then I'm going to I guess didn't mean to do that. Stop it, please. Thank you. I guess I'm going to change this one to this. And I'm going to put this over Clip Studio. And there we go. Alright. It should change in a second. This is fun. I enjoy this. There we go. So, I think I'm gonna talk about something while I'm doing this. That picture reminds me, I probably should start watching Arcane, but bitch doesn't want to do that. Oh, I don't like that. How do I go back? The undo? Okay, yes it is. God, it's so boxy. I hate that. Let's see, what about this? This is better. Well, I kind of wanted the other brush, but it's fine, I guess. So, how's everybody been doing? I just, haven't been doing much lately. I've been drawing a lot of porn, I guess, but it's not really much of anything. I know that, it's Christmas time and people have shit to do, and I need to stop drawing that, actually, because I don't know why I default draw that. I would give little themes here and there, but I don't think I'm mentally capable of thinking right now. Ew. Just touched a toenail. I don't know why it's on my desk. Ew. Oh no, it's not a toenail. Oh. God, I was like, what the fuck is a toenail doing on my desk? It is like the remnants of a eraser. It looks like a toenail though, like a dead ass looks like a toenail from far away. I have weird feelings right now. I feel like on top of there's the art commentary community that's just been like kind of, hello fam, hello, I see you. You should come draw with us if you can. There's a link in the description if you would like to. Let me not draw like that. It's ugly. I hate that. I don't like that. It's ugly. It's stupid ugly. I'm trying to think of something decent to draw. Actually, I could work out little sketches here. So let me find something on my phone that I was going to draw, and I can just sketch it out here. No, but what was I gonna say? I just had like a thought, and then that left my fucking mind. The art community is burning. That's what it is. The thing about the art community is they don't really know what to do or how to hold each other accountable in any way, shape, or form. And I keep seeing people talk about how it's burning and how you either need to like not have it or try to rebuild it and shit like that. And it's like, bro. Like, how can I explain it? The reason we're so shitty is because we don't know how to we don't know how to keep people accountable. We don't know how to properly even expose people. And I say expose in the sense of just in a general term of tell people what someone did wrong, and we don't know even what the acceptable thing of like a wrongdoing is. It's always like, this person was a fucking tracer. This person was a rude friend to me, and like, fuck them. And on top of that, we've cultivated this audience of everything is a whole thing. If there's any type of drama, then it's automatically toxic on top of that. Well, I'm probably making a video about this because I just feel like it. Let's be 100 here, okay? We're being real, right? It is not a bad thing to make a video saying that somebody is not a great person. The expectation that that person now is gonna have like their whole thing ruined is what's crazy. That's always the expectation. Oh, well, you're still talking to this person. Oh, well, you're still doing this, that, and the third. I don't want to hear, like, back in the day, if you wanted to talk about someone being a shitty person, it was like I really don't like X YouTuber. They're kind of getting on my nerves. I don't really, like, fuck with them. I don't understand why people like them. And I'm just not gonna, you know what I mean? And that kind of was the end of it. Even if you made a video about how shitty that person was, the expectation was just, I don't like this person for these reasons, and I personally am going to disassociate myself with this person on a personal level. Now, if other people came out and said, I don't think this person is a bad person for this, that, and the third reason, it usually would end maybe in a week and would be talked about, and that would be drama content for other content creators, and that would be the end of it. In this community, oh, somebody said you're problematic, and not even problematic, somebody said that you're a bad friend. I can't even believe that you were able to make videos. I can't even believe that you were able to make content. I can't even believe that you are human on this earth. Trash. All your videos is trash now. Your opinion is null and void. Every good point you've made is moot. It's like, what? That's not what... And let's be honest, the person making the video in the first place is probably expecting that. Especially if you're going to make a video like that in this community, you're expecting that. There's nothing bad about doing that. It's just, it's every time that's been done, the intention has never been pure. If that makes sense. So, especially, not lately, I'll say especially in this community specifically, I've just been seeing, I really don't like my head shapes right, or my head shape like that. I've been seeing like this, how can I explain it? What's the best way to explain it? This surge of, if I have a problem, you have a problem. If that makes sense. So if I don't like this person, none of y'all like this person. But then also, if you're really looking at it, it's kind of also in the reverse. I'm gonna stop right there because I see a question. I didn't see that before. How do you get good at drawing? It's a shit question, but I'm just asking because in the future I might try to create an animated show, and I really don't know. If that's the case, I would just draw. That's pretty much it. You could look at drawing tutorials if you're trying to go for a specific style. You can just try to emulate things. Like for me, a lot of my drawing ideas and stuff, they don't come from my head because my head's clouded most of the time. Most of the time they just come from Pinterest. And I'm just putting like a bunch of random ideas together into a thing. Even the drawing you saw on screen before all the, or before you saw this, was literally just a dress I really want and then a random character I'm making. And even if you can't, or you're not good at certain things, you can get good at it, or you can try doing a different type of thing. Stick figure drawings are still a thing, and they're still valid as drawings, in my opinion. I can be brown, I can be blue, I am just fucking this up. I'm gonna start with the body first, because I think I can't start with the head, because I'm not giving the vibe I'm trying to get with this head. No, but, if I look deeper, what I was saying before was, if I look deeper into this community, it also, you can see people not, you know what it is, let's be honest, you know what it is, we're artists, okay, we're babies, most of us are babies, we're hard-headed, we're stubborn, we're stuck up, and we're bitches. So most of the time, we don't know how to handle situations. We're like children. We don't know how to handle situations that well, or most of us don't anyways. And so because we Because it's easier to just ignore something than to get better at handling something, because that means you actually have to take accountability for your actions and take accountability for what you do and what you say and be like, oh yeah, wait, I fucked up, I'm sorry, and that's the extent of it. Because we don't want to, because most people don't want to do that, it's just not a thing, in my opinion. That's very active in this community, I guess is the word. It tends to be the right word to say this. Well, let's not talk about it at all. This is a problematic thing is happening. I'm just not gonna talk about it because I don't know how to handle it. I don't know if it's stupid or not. I don't know any of that. So I'm just not gonna say anything at all. And so there's this one side that's just like everything's a big mess. And they're the more vocal side, and it's probably the more influential side in the sense of people believe, like, people, it's the one that fosters the community that we have, where every artist is canceled every 5 seconds. And then there's the other side that's more quiet, that literally is just silence. Like, they have a person that they don't like because of honestly legitimate reasons. It's like, okay, well, I'm just not going to tell anybody. Or we're just not going to make it known that we don't like that. We're just going to be, it's like this PR secretive type shit. And it's like, you don't you could just say you don't like that person. Or, excuse me, I don't fuck with that person. Or I'm not going to watch their stuff. It shouldn't be a controversial, or it shouldn't be anything for you to say that, or for that to be your opinion. I should be drawing what I should be doing. You know what I mean, as I'm talking right now. But I think it's a problem because, and I'm not talking about any of the recent situations, by the way. I'm just talking about what I've seen in general. It tends to just be this, or it's becoming just this clusterfuck of like, either let's find the next boogeyman, or the people that maybe we shouldn't be hearing out that great are just being let go, in a sense. I'm not saying that fucking we need to go on a witch hunt to go find them. That knows is gross. I'm not saying you have to go on a witch hunt to go find them or some shit. I'm just saying, like, for example, let's say I fucked one of y'all over, right? Let's say I was like, I'm gonna commission you. I didn't end up, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't end up paying you, or I underpaid you, or something like that. Or maybe I scammed you. I don't know, right? And that's not a career-ending thing. I'm be 100%. That's not a career-ending situation. That's something to be critical of me of, and you guys could shit on me for. But that should be like a week, and then we're done. Unless I'm consistently doing that, that should be what it is. So if it starts to be a pattern, then people just know, oh, okay, you're a shithead. We're just not going to associate with you. But if nobody says anything, or if people are just like, yeah, but it happened one time, or it happened this time. You get what I'm saying? If it just doesn't have to be a big deal, but it can be said, and it shouldn't be a whole big thing. And by the way, people need to start realizing it's not as big of a deal as you think it is. I hate when people assume, like, dogpiling on a creator or something like that is genuinely a video blowing up about them being shitty. Negro. If 100,000 people watch that video, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of comments. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of people talking about you and tweeting on you. That's not a dog pile. That's people watching the video and voicing their opinions. What? I don't think people understand what that. They don't think they get it. If that makes sense. That's a normal thing. If you're making a video and a bunch of people watch it and they have opinions, they're not dogpiling on somebody. They're giving out their fucking opinion. If it's like, it's, oh my god, it's like saying if you have a big comment section, you're dogpiling on whatever creator you're talking about. It's like, no, bro, What? Dogpiling would be a bunch of bigger creators being like, it would be what happened to Peaches, basically. But people giving their opinion about Peaches and talking about the situation, that's not dogpiling. That's them talking about it. That's them being other commentators. That's us discussing it. All the creators that were giving misinformation, making videos just because, making videos without even thinking about it, that might be different. But people just being like, from the information that I was given, this is how I feel, and that was it. She can, let me say it like this. If it's something that you cannot ignore, there's people in your circle that actively talk to you. People that you will see their videos because maybe you're subscribed to them because obviously they're your friends. That is example of, for me, out of a dog pile. This is what, yeah. If you know that you are significant to that person because you're a larger creator or something, like if some random person made a video about me and I don't know who they are and their video blew up, that's not, and a bunch of other people did that as well, that's not a dog pile to me because I don't know you people. Does that make sense? You're not significant to me. I can literally ignore your video. But then again, I feel like also you also have to take into consideration the mental hoops key, but the mental what's the word I'm looking for? I have a specific word I'm thinking of that goes after mental. The mental well-being, that's it. The mental well-being of these said people. Because, you know, for a lot of people, you can just ignore that, I guess. But for some people, I mean, I could ignore it, but also, like, they're talking about me, so I have to know. Or this, that, and the third, and I have to know. And it's like, unless you don't know what you did wrong, you do not have to know every significant, or not every significant, every little insignificant thing that you did wrong. If you know the core or the main problems, which I promise you, people will tell you, then you're good. If you, like, you, and people need to stop pretending as if they don't know because they didn't, you know. It's like fucking Kaimarama acting like she doesn't know what the problems with her videos and her stuff on the Dolly Guts thing happened. Like, you bitch, you know. Like, you don't have to even watch these videos to fucking know. You fucking know what your problems were. You were all in that Kiwi with arms thread. I already know you were. I have no actual proof of that, but like, bitch, you know what happened. Like, I don't have to sit here and tell you. No one does. And people act like that as if, like, I just don't know and I just don't want to have to watch these videos on me. And, like, no. Like, you know. And you don't have to sit here and, you not use that word. So I was about to use a word I don't want to use. I should be drawing, and I always do this where I start talking and then I stop drawing. Here, I'll draw something simple so I can actually talk and do this. What was I saying? God, I don't even remember what I was saying. I was about to say something, I had a point, and I was going to use a word, and I stopped, and I don't know what the fuck I was going to say. But ultimately, my point was going to be that we, as a community, need to either stop. We need to stop making a big deal out of things. We need to stop acting as if we have, like, a know-how when we barely know the whole evidence of the fucking case. We just need to listen, honestly. I feel like that's another problem of, like, actually listening to people, actually listening to the facts of what happened, what's going on. It's such a fucking chore. And that's why I just, like, don't watch people anymore. Because even when there are the people who listen, you also gotta remember, I don't have to, fit with whatever you're saying. So just because you have a lot of people backing you up doesn't mean I have to agree with you. Doesn't mean that you're right. It doesn't mean anything. Most of our problems in this community are literally people's opinions. It's how somebody feels about it. It's how people feel like this person's a bad person. Okay, well, do you know? Well, no, I only know that they did these bad things. Have you done bad things? Have other creators that you like and support done bad things? And then that's when the hypocrisy starts coming, and four other people come out and be like, you said that you made this video on what's his face, but you're still friends with whoever. And it's like, it just goes, it's a circle of life. And again, I think it's because we're artists, where people that most of us, I feel like, either have a mental problem or we're not stable. We're sensitive. We're egotistic. We just want to be, some of us just want to be right. And with that being said, it's very hard for people like that to kind of concede that maybe they're not right, that maybe there's a problem here, or anything like that. And it's like what's it called? What was that situation that happened? God, what was that situation called? Damn, I forgot the name of it, damn it. When I describe it, it's gonna be confusing. I mean, okay, let me think of a better situation that's actually a bit more relevant. It's a better situation for this. Can I think of one? There's been so many at this point. God, those fingers look off. The thumb's kind of big. I can't think of one off the top of my head right now, but uh, the point I'm trying to make, or I was trying to make just now, was that because we're so sensitive and because we're so quick to try to be right and try to be that person and try to be this figure, I guess, of like, yeah, trust me, you know what I mean? I think we end up forgetting that, like, yeah, that's cool to do, like, sometimes. That's cool that we're right in this situation, but that doesn't mean that we're right in all of them. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, what? I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Uh, Also, yeah, it's in flames. No, yeah, it's going up in flames right now. The ace, the art commentary community is up in flames. Too many people are going on witch hunts over nothing. Nothing! Like, nothing. The best you should be doing is, like, you suck. You know what I mean? Remember when the worst insult or the worst thing that was happened to you is, you suck, and that was it? Yeah, yeah, no, my hand is not looking great. Well, I mean, I could probably fix the thumb. I guess I could make it half. Here, oh, I'm sorry. That was bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I almost threw up. I don't know what the heck that was. Uh, God. I'm scatterbrained already because something else is happening in my life. So I'm scatterbrained already. So, like, me trying to, like, have a coherent thought is very difficult. So sorry if I'm, like, repeating myself or jumping all over the place. Like, I'm just not here, you know? Like, I'm mentally just, like, I don't know. Mars, I guess. I have no idea, honestly. Oh, I hate the way that hand looks. Yeah, that hand's not looking great. Here. I'm gonna cut it off. Yeah. And I'm going to lasso this. Yep. And then move that like here. And then get rid of that. And then, yeah. Okay. But yeah, my point is that we're all kind of whiny babies. I think that's my whole point in general with that. Turn that back to eraser. But the eraser? Yes. We're all kind of whiny babies who don't really know as much as we think we do, and instead of us reporting on something or saying something or giving our opinion, it's to, as long as a good chunk of people agree with us, it's taken as fact, and that's not how facts work. Unfortunately, you cannot just be like, well, a bunch of people agree with me, or a bunch of creators agree with me, so it's fact. That is not how facts work. Just because you feel something, or you feel like something's a thing, doesn't mean that that's a thing. You actually have to show evidence of that. It's not. And maybe I'm also a bit projecting here, because I'm dealing with something where I feel a similar way right now. And also I've been seeing like hella news things to where it's like, yeah, or not news things, but things going on in the drama sphere that I'm just like, yeah, that applies. What you're saying is not fact because you all feel it's fact. You do have to, like, prove it, and you're not. It's not looking good for you right now. What am I doing? Right? No, why did I do that? I think I was on this. But yeah, I feel like it's just been a mess lately. And talking about that, I guess I could talk about the more recent situation, because that is not a drama, that is a situation that's happening with them, which that is basically somebody. I don't even want to talk. Actually, it's really uncomfortable, honestly. It's the situation happening with, I believe, Dula is their name. I think that's their name, and Fagos, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah. That's the type of thing where I'm like, I don't think that should have been kept quiet for as long as it was. I'm not saying that I'm blaming them or anything like that. I'm saying that's unfortunate that the situation was kept quiet, because that's one of those things of like, yeah, you've done something, like, you're doing stuff that's like, that's not something that, like, that's not cool. And yeah, like, I would like to know about that before I support somebody, period, and things like that. Not even that. It's just I just, it's gross, gross. You're a gross person. But yeah, like that type of situation. I feel like a lot of the situations like that tend to be kept quiet, or situations where people aren't even. It stops being like, oh, you're just being a bad person, and or a bad friend or something like that, and not that situation specifically. I'm talking about something different, but there are situations where it stops being, oh, you're being a bad friend, to, yeah, I know you're being a gross individual, and you can actually go suck it, and in this specific situation, it's like, yeah, you can, yeah. Please eat a fireball, please. How do I get a new layer? I'm hoping this is a new layer. Yes, okay. You know, you can eat a bag of knives. Like, I'm not here for that. And oof, 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 oof. Like, if I don't know, it's just if somebody's wrong in a situation, period. I feel like we should be able to vocally express how fucking stupid they are. And if they don't change, then we're just gonna consistently call them stupid. But I feel like Kai's the best. Yeah, no, I think Kai and Omni are the best example of like how it's one word for the and another word for them, and I think that's the wrong way to say it, but it's just, I don't like it. Yeah, see, and that's what I was gonna rewatch that earlier, because I don't know if, I think they said that. I don't know. I think I forget if they said Ponder knew about it, or Ponder didn't know the extent of what was happening. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know. I gotta rewatch it, to be fair, to really know like every little detail, because I only watched that one time, this one time, and it was last night, and I just was like, what the? If that's true, yeah, that's unfortunate, and that's like questionable, but also like I need to know a bit more information. I should probably not be making it look like. Can I not do that, please? Can you just say I'm not? But yeah, if she did know the entire time and just didn't say anything, that's not really the best thing that she could have done, in my opinion. Do I think she should have just been like, well, no, yeah, no. Because she's talked about less, if that makes sense. So if they were comfortable talking about it, then, or if the victims of this were comfortable talking about this or comfortable with her talking about it, then I would have done so, but I don't entirely know. So I'm just kind of hoping that that's not the case. But then again, if it is, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be surprised. It would just be like another, like, oh, that's cool. I wish you would have said that. I did see the stuff with, what's her name? I follow her. Skittles? I didn't see all of, like, she kept, I guess she made a thread and then deleted it and stuff like that, but I'm just like, from what I understand, I don't know what's happened. Like, that's the thing, I don't, that's another example of, like, I don't know if you did something wrong in the situation, which from what I can understand you did. You apologize, you make it known that you apologized or whatever, that you didn't know or whatever, and that'd be the end of it. And I get that people might be dogpiling her right now, but like that's what I think of. Like you're caring a lot about how people feel about you and not about the situation, which is just like okay. And I'm not saying they're doing that. I'm saying if that's the case, because again, I have to really look into this because I didn't even know the situation existed until last night, and I was drunk last night anyways. So like I'm like, and I'm drunk right now, so I'm just like going off of stuff I heard, and so I'm just, well, I want to give my opinion on it. I also kind of don't, and kind of didn't because like it's it's just a new, fresh situation. I don't know everything on. I'm just sad that I'm coherent enough to be aware that that happened to somebody, and they felt like trapped by that, or they felt like they couldn't say anything or something like that. Like I just don't feel that makes me feel sad. Does that make sense? It makes me feel very sad, and it makes me feel like upset that like anybody had to go through that. I'm just also extra emotional. It's another thing. But I don't like that type of shit. I don't like when people have to do stuff like that. I feel like it's never okay, that they shouldn't have to feel that way, and it actually makes me upset and very irritated. Sorry, I'm sorry for not reading you guys' stuff. Let me actually read all your stuff because I'm sorry. Oh, you asked my setup. There's a link in the description to this site, and it's a site where people can draw, excuse me, draw like together with each other, and there's you can draw with me if you would like. Uh, but I do this sometimes. Well, I used to do this sometimes, and I'm doing it now. So. But yeah, that's what that is. It's not a specific setup or specific like a program. I usually just use Clip Studio, but yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, it's fine. This whole website is hard to draw on, or draw with, honestly. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Uh, yeah. Oh, again, you guys are fine. It's gonna look wonky. I don't remember much of drawing on this site, to be fair. So, mm, mm, should it? Oh yeah. I should be looking at my own hand. I don't know what I was doing. No, I've never made. I feel like people don't really draw the lines. Maybe it's because I'm black, so it's more noticeable. You don't really draw the lines of people's hands anymore. My lines in my hands are weird. Now I'm looking at my hand. I need help. Someone help, please. Exactly. Artsy of the pan. Sorry, the pandemic honestly made the online community as a whole worse, especially the art commentary community. What did Vegas? Where did Vegas do? Mm, what did Vegas do? It's a whole video. I think her name is. I think. I think their name is Dula. They made a video on it and talking about their experience, and I don't want to fuck it up, so I would watch that if you could. Oh wait, to be bluntly, he allegedly assaulted some girl at a party. I say allegedly. One, I don't get. One, so I don't get sued. Two, there's not enough proof as whether he did or not. I mean, I mean, from what we can see, he did like admit to it. I think he admitted to it to Harley as well on his Twitter. Yeah, I think he admitted to. Yeah, I think he did admit to it, but I might be wrong. Again, my memory is hazy. Mm. Uh. Yeah, it's a yikes for me. But yeah, it's just very frustrating in that type of thing. Heck, even the junkie stuff was frustrating to look at because I'm just like, bro, you're doing a lot. Again, it's going for that's the junkie stuff was going from like, okay, you're kind of a bad friend to like, okay, you're doing like just some scummy stuff and like, yeah. People can be scumbags, don't get me wrong. They can do that. You're free to do that. It's just the people who it's I guess when it comes to these situations, it's exceedingly more irritating because yeah, this person can be a scumbag and we can disavow that person, but it makes it worse when you see other people who either endorsed or helped or encouraged or didn't sway people away from this person being a douchebag. Because it's not a bad thing to be like in private, tell somebody, hey, like this person isn't the best to work with, and then that be a thing. Uh, that's not a bad thing. That's literally think of it in real life terms of like you going to your friend or you become new friends with somebody and they're also friends with that person. And I'm like, and you're just like, hey, they did they well no it wasn't even they did they I'm pretty sure they were currently doing this really bad thing or they did these really bad things and kind of didn't apologize for them because it's different if the person's sorry or they didn't mean it or they felt like it was bad and still, and they apologized. They just said like, hey, I know what I did was wrong. I was a shitty person. But that's not, it doesn't seem like it's the case. It seemed like most people from when in Junkie situation kind of just severed ties from him. And then the people that were still there just were like, I don't know. We're trash, you know? But then also you saw people like working with people that still, like, I don't know. And then you saw some people participating in it as another thing. Because it's just a lot. Like, I feel like every person who knew about this and didn't say anything or didn't immediately stop it. Because even if you didn't want to say anything, best believe it would be an issue for me if this person is my friend, you know what I mean, or this person I cared about, like some stuff happened to them like that, you'd be on that person, or you'd try to actively like peer into that person, like, hey, this isn't okay. I've done that with my sister before. Like, I don't fucking like these people. You shouldn't talk to them. Like, stop, please. If they're doing that. And it's just frustrating because I don't even. The other thing is, it's frustrating because you don't even know if they did do that, and at this point, it's kind of like a thing of you probably never will know. That's kind of part of the problem, and I don't know. It's just like this whole risk thing of do you want to do more? Do you want to do something or say something that might be more damaging than if you said nothing? And it's just this weird type of thing. So I'm like, do you guys not have discussions about this type of stuff? Like, that's my thing of like, on top of me being an overthinker and me having like a whole meta universe of like every possible option and outcome coming into my head at all times, I also will sit and talk with said people and be like, yo, this is how I feel. I mean, we're all irritated by this. What should we do? And we have to have at least a week conversation about like what we're gonna do. That, and I'm not saying that didn't happen, by the way. I'm just saying that's I don't. In some situations, I don't understand how that doesn't occur. You know, and that's low key in a lot of situations. That's what happens. Is nobody says anything or nobody really gives that talk, and it's just like somebody comes up with a video and then it's like, you know, people say something because they feel obligated to, and it's like, why don't you just talk to your friend and just be like, hey, yeah, I feel the same way, maybe we should discuss on what we're gonna do and stuff like that, not plan somebody's demise, but be like, okay, should we say something? Okay, well, why shouldn't we say something? Why should we say something? It's the difference between discussing some like DeviantArt shit of like, let's make this journal up about somebody and figure out how this is going to be, and having a genuine adult. Cause this is why I don't believe that most people in the commentary community are sound enough to be able to do this, and this is my point earlier. I don't think people are able to make that distinction of actively making a journal about somebody, or fucking, I don't even use DeviantArt, or actively making a video about somebody and writing a script together and talking it out with somebody and trying to figure out what we're going to do about the situation and how we're going to make it, like, you know what I mean? It's like, if somebody is being abused or somebody is being misled or anything like that, all together, collectively, everyone that knows should be like in a private chat where nobody knows, where that person doesn't know, and be like, hey, are we all going to disassociate with this person? Are we all going to do this with this person? Are we all going to do that? And you also have to, we do have to also take into account, so I mean, like, every possible option is going through my head. We also have to take into accountability, like, or take into, I think that's the word, actually. Take into, what's the word I'm looking for? We need to remember also that people have shit to do. You know, everybody can't be mentally aware of that at the moment, which is fine. But you're not telling me that they all just couldn't do whatever for, like, this is a conversation that could have been had, even if it's like two people were like, excuse me, I'm sorry, two people were like, hey, I'm not doing this shit like that, you know? Take into account. Thank you. I was having a brain fart. I was like, take into what? I take into account that like people got shit in their own personal lives, which is fine, but I don't think everybody had, I don't think that's what it was. I think it just was like, I don't exactly know what to do and whatever. This is what I mean of like, so I wonder, I know, like, I'm nosy. That's the best way I can explain it. I don't like not having these conversations. I'll lose a friend. I just won't associate with any of you bitches before. I'm not talking about the specific situation we were talking about with Dula and them. I don't know that situation entirely. I'm just talking about in general. I don't understand how people can just, like, I rather dissociate with every person and just cut you all off and not be even, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not even engaged in that, than just not talk about it or not do this or just not do that. I just don't get how people do that. And that's what I mean of like the art commentary community is full of that. Of just like, I don't want to talk about it, so we're just going to pretend like it doesn't exist. And then we just kept letting it foster, and then we just end up writing like this weird video or something like that when we could have taken care of it in the first place. And it's the same stuff, and that's why I'm saying like it feels like they're just not mature enough to handle anything, because it's the same shit. So you don't learn when that backfires and blows up in your face. You don't learn from any of that. And by the way, they don't even let anybody, there's not even that fostered of a community to where you can let people learn and grow and be different, you know? It's just, it's frustrating, because it's like watching it's like watching children fight. It really is. It goes with like how I'm feeling right now of like, people don't want, no one wants to deal with the hard stuff. And that's what I mean of like, I don't think they're mature enough, because when you're a certain age, you're gonna have to. It's gonna suck. You could have arguments, you could have disagreements, you could blow up with your friend. But stop acting like everything is the end of the world. If you have a disagreement, if your friend doesn't want to talk to you and they, like, you act like you'll never talk to them again. And it low-key is like that because everybody acts like that. Like, I can't talk to my friend again. I can't try to talk to them again. I can't try to connect with them again. I can't do any of that again. I can't do any of that. Because it's all over if this one thing doesn't happen. And I'm just like, it's not that. It's not the end of the world, I promise. Most of us are in our 20s. Not even late, mid-20s at least. You have so much time to cool down, recollect, reevaluate, and then try to have that conversation again, or just not have that conversation again if that person doesn't come to, or whatever the case may be. It's just this weird black and white type of mentality. And again, I get some people, I'm sure some people weren't aware of every single detail. That's another thing. I'm sure a lot of people weren't even aware of every single detail in any situation I'm referring to. But in the commentary community, they're not aware of every single situation. We all have the luxury of having all of that bottled up, basically, in a video that we can just watch. But everybody, I'm sure, didn't have that luxury of knowing every single detail, every single situation. Probably before the video came out, not saying specifically a video, just saying in general, before whatever video came out or whatever tweet thread came out, they were all aware of it then. And then that was just, they really didn't have time. I'm not blaming anybody for doing that if that happens, but it makes it exceedingly more difficult. And that's why I'm like, that's why I need details before these types of situations I need all details when these type of situations get to where they get to. And I feel like that's another like conversation of like how to go about this. You know, because even some situations, like, it's not like it hasn't happened before. We've never seen it or anything like that. It's just, oh, it's just. That's the best way I can put it. It's just. It's just. And so in this situation, or not in this situation, but in any situation, I'm sorry, had a brain fart for a second, it gets highly frustrating hearing it. I try to actively ignore any drama that's in this community or any situation that's in this community because that's what it is. And in other communities, that information will come out, everybody will understand, and as soon as everybody grasps it, it's like, okay, we got it. I got all this information that I didn't have before. I can say, hey, I know that I maybe reacted this way, but I didn't know about X, Y, and Z, and now that I do, yeah, you should shit on me for doing that because it looks really awful from the other side. But it's not that. It's, well, now I'm the bad guy, or now I'm like a supervillain, and it's like, okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm a hyperbolic person. I usually like to see the negative in everything. Every video I make about a show is negative because, except for this next one and a few others, but most videos I make about a show are negative because it's easy for me to see the flaws in situations. But actually going out of my way to take like a real life situation and try to find every single, or that's not what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. When it comes to a real life situation or a situation of these types, it's very frustrating for me to find. It's easy for me to find that negative. Don't get me wrong, if this person could have did this better or whatever. But it's hard for me to find somebody who can just take that, if that makes sense. Not saying I'm directly affecting anybody, but just taking that, like, I did this wrong. I could have done this better. And them just taking that and moving on from it. And yeah, you're gonna get shit. Yeah, that's how that's how that works at this point. Um, but it's also the internet. Like, I don't want to be that person, but like, go touch grass. Like, if you genuinely feel a certain way, it should not. It well, not me. It should not, but it shouldn't. But I would hope that it wouldn't matter to you about what those people feel. At this point, with most situations, it shouldn't matter to you how your friends feel, the people that you talk to every day, the people that you affected. That's where it should matter. And it bugs me that like that's not even people's priority, you know. And I don't know. I'm going around in circles. I can already tell. I don't remember what I was making. I think I was making like a handful of jewelry. Is he off? Ew. But yeah, yeah. It's kind of, I think, extra difficult as well because it does feel like everybody either equates or sees everything as something that's not. That's kind of hard because again, it's just a bunch of people who have this perception of like, this is how it should be, this is an extreme thing, this is something I feel like is important enough to be angry about. And it's like, I think it bursts their bubbles when they realize like, yeah, everybody doesn't see it that way. Like, I like to feel like I'm not crazy in the sense of like, does anybody else feel this way too? But if nobody else feels this way and it's just me, it's like, okay, well, I still feel the way that I felt. Like, it doesn't change because everybody else doesn't feel it, or it doesn't change how I feel anyways. I just feel like one day we'll get competent. I think that's how I say that word. People in this community. That day is not today. Even the people that I watch now and enjoy, I wouldn't say that they're competent creators. I wouldn't say that they know the best. I wouldn't say anything. I watch Ponder. I wouldn't say that Ponder is the way, or not the way, but it sounds real black there. She's not the best person to listen to at all times. She's a good person to suss out the details of whatever is happening, but that's kind of it. Again, I told you guys, I like Ponder and I watch her videos constantly, and sometimes just watch ones on repeat because I'm bored. But if I were to say that I agreed with all of her opinions, I would be a lie. I would be a fucking fat ass lie. And so when I say that all the time she's purely going on fact, no. She has the facts there, but it's also part of her opinion. Would I say that, let me erase that. Give me a second. There we go. Would I say that she is entirely competent? Well, I say that she's a competent in the sense of like, you can at least trust her half the time. Yes. You small baby guy. Yeah, you probably can. Do I say I feel that way about even half? Not even half, even a quarter of the people that I either watch or that are in this community? No, I couldn't even sit and try to even tell you four. I'll see. I'm be honest with you. Most of them have left, and then the other ones that, well, no, I'm sorry. Most of them have threatened to leave. One actually left, and and the rest are just like, yeah. It's not. Well, I was just talking about the art commentary community as a whole. So if you want to talk about the drama, it's the whole community is just a drama. We're all just a bunch of sensitive bitch artists that have never touched the outside before, and we use. I think you know what I think it might be actually, which is probably what I should have said in the first place. I think it might be that we are using our platforms as if it's like our art, if that makes sense. So as an artist, I vent a lot of my frustrations, my feelings into my art. That is how I feel the way I feel. It's why I can't, it's hard for me to think of this as a job or for me to ever feel like I should go to college for this or something like that. I don't know if I could do that. But I feel like we're using like our platforms as if it's our art, or we're just like, oh, I feel something, and because I feel it really passionately, I'm gonna put this video out as if all this information is fact, as if my feelings are not valid, but my feelings are what is reality. And your feelings and reality are not the same thing. And it just gets to a point where it becomes like toxic. Let's be honest. Toxic. But yeah, I think with everything happening, even if you're, by the way, even if you're not an artist and you're just like in the art commentary community still, it still applies. Of like you're using this as like a more of an avenue to just get your feelings out, and I'm just like, bro, as much as that's great, I think you're not getting it out in a healthy way. Like, for example, just because I tell a story about something that happened to me does not mean that that's the reality of what happened. That's well, let's be honest here. I could, well, no, I told you guys that story, if you don't know, about my friend. That's like a story on my channel. That's a story about a friend that I used to have. And she was not shit. Now, a lot of that could not be the reality because I don't know her. I don't know every detail about how she was thinking, how she was feeling. Uh, you know what I mean? She could have been lying to me. Like, some of the stuff I genuinely don't know because she lies. But there are a lot of things in that story that could be made up not because I didn't tell you the truth, but because I didn't tell you what actually happened. I just told you my truth. I just told you what I saw. I just told you all the information that I got. And even though even somebody like me who actively looks for every piece of information, I could miss something. I could not see what was happening. I could maybe even downplay how a situation was supposed to be. Like I'm a person. I do that. We do that. And it's not like I'm a fucking like I've been here for what 22 years of my life. Like I don't know what you're expecting from me. Mm. I think there's some comment in the comments that explains it, but yeah, I listen. I can't even say what exactly happened. I would again either watch. I believe their name is Dula. I believe that's the name. I remember it being something like that, or just watch the video on Fagos, or watch some. I'm sure somebody has talked about it. But there's a bunch of allegations that they did something. It also seems like they were being pretty like not even I wouldn't even say just a shit person. They were just being real like scumbaggy. Yeah, it's a lot. Let me just say like that. They've done allegedly a lot. Mm. Yeah. So it's like it's yeah. We've been talking. We really haven't been talking about it because again, I only watched the video last night. I was drunk when I watched it. I don't know all the details of it. I'm still kind of fuzzy on some of the stuff, and so I have to rewatch it again. So at least I know, like, what exactly happened and what exactly he did. But, yeah. It's just a lot's going on. Commentary community is burning. So yeah. Hello. I don't know how to read that. Something games. Hello. I see you. You're in the Twitch chat. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the link to this also in the Twitch chat. Cause yeah. Okay, we're going with Iggy is. We're going Iggy. That's what we're gonna go. I did forget to put this in the Twitch or in the Twitch description, I guess. I don't know how Twitch works like that, but I'll just put it in the chat. I don't know. We're drawing right now. Worst part is that I got some nice art from them when they were doing requests. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can understand that to be feeling that way, anyways. But remember, nobody knew. We all were, or well, we didn't know, so it's kind of like, hey, yeah. Do 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 do. Yeah, I've just been. Can we? Yeah, thank you. I've just been not feeling. There we go. Hey, little cute mouse. But yeah, I just have been feeling weird about this community, and I think, another problem is that no, yeah, this is also a problem, I guess. That's the thing. This community doesn't really take people's past into accountability like they should. If that makes sense. And that's kind of part of the problem of like, we shouldn't be holding someone's past over them at all times, but you also shouldn't be like, well, this person that didn't apologize or really understand what they did was wrong or barely even like grasp it, we should just let them go because they haven't done it in a while, and then another situation comes out and we find out they've been doing it for either months, and I even find out we've been doing it for months. They've actively been doing it for months and years. We just actively been ignoring it because it's like, well, I didn't really look in, I mean, this person that's my friend and whatnot, I just didn't look into them, period, so. And usually I'd be okay with that if it was a random person online. If you're a creator talking about another creator, yes, it's not weird to look into them. It's not weird to look up stuff about them. What? Think of it as the equivalent of asking somebody in real life, like, hey, you know what's his name? Like, you know them, or if like something's happening with them or whatever. I mean, they seem like a nice person. I just didn't know if there's something I didn't know about or some shit. And you don't even have to do that. It's literally most of the time it's videos. It's threads. It's stuff they post on their own Twitters. Like, I don't know. It actively gets ignored until it gets to this point, and then it's just, again, and then I say this because it's the same shit over and over again. So even now, I see a collection of people that, well, let me not say that. This is how it usually works anyways. I'll see a collection of people become all friendly. They'll be like, oh, we're a friend group. We're really close to each other. They're tweeting at each other. They love each other. They embrace each other. All that type of stuff. And I'm sitting here like, didn't like two of your friends get into some shit didn't apologize for it, didn't show any remorse for it, and it genuinely goes against your values and how you feel. So, like, they actively were just being a dick. I'm not saying you shouldn't be friends with them, but you're just never gonna. You just don't think it's gonna be a problem later on, and it's like, no, I'm just gonna actively ignore it. And I'm like, okay, cool. And again, you don't have to not be friends with that person. It's just like a, yeah, what happened with that situation? Why were you such a dick? Like, I don't get it. But honestly, at this point, usually in the real world, let's be honest here, yeah, people aren't friends with you if if you have general moral disagreements. People aren't friends with you. Doesn't mean they have to hate you. It's just a, I don't fuck with you. Like, that's not, like, I don't understand. That's another thing. I've said this before. Like, I'm having deja vu when it comes to these types of streams. Why is it such a problem for people to just be like, I don't fuck with you? Why is that such a problem? Why is that like this is burning hatred for somebody? It's like, no, I just don't fuck with you, bitch. Like, I just don't fuck with anything you do. You're kind of a shitty person, or our morals don't line up. I just don't fuck with you. Why is that such a hard thing? I don't get that. Doesn't mean you have to be rude to that person. Doesn't mean you can't tweet back at that person. Doesn't mean any of that type of stuff. It's just, we're not fucking with each other. Like, I don't get it. Then you gotta, like, brush each other in the hall, some petty shit. It's just, I don't really like, you know what I mean? Like, for example, I don't really like, well, I can't use their name. There are some people that someone I know was friends with, and I didn't really like them. I genuinely actually despised them, and I didn't like who they were, how they were. And I told her, like, don't talk about them when it comes, like, around me. You know I don't like those people. It's not like I wouldn't help them. Like, if they asked for help or if they needed something, I was like, yeah, no, you know, you can do this, or I can, you know, I can help you with that. Doesn't mean that, like, I can't help them, or I can't give them advice, or if they ask me for something, I can't give it to them. It's some shit like that. It's just like, I don't like you. Your morals are weird. You guys are kind of weird to me. Just not fucking with you. But, like, if you need help with your baby, I can help you with your baby. If you need help getting a job, I know a few jobs in the area. Like, do we get what I'm saying? It's just like, it's, again, it's this balancing act that these people can't do because honestly they're not well adjusted. And that's how I feel. They aren't well adjusted. I know most of the time it's because of mental, you know, the mental stability isn't there, is what I'm trying to say. And I get that, and I understand that, and don't get me wrong, it's not lost on me. But should you really be making these a matter-of-fact type of opinion? Should you really be doing any of this if you're not mentally stable enough to just not fuck with a person? Like, it has to, if it's one extreme to another, should you really be then talking about, like, how this person isn't the most morally like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? I don't know why I just made a mouse and a leaf and a hand. But yeah, it's just, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me personally. Sorry. Second. Okay. But yeah, it's a whole thing that I don't really understand. And, like, you know, if I don't feel like I'm mentally stable enough, or it's shown somehow in my history that I'm not mentally stable enough to be able to talk about this type of stuff, I just don't talk about it anymore. If something is triggering to, I'm telling you right now, if something is triggering to me, or something is like, it's a personal thing with me to where it's like, I might be a little bit biased here, and so I just probably am not the right person to talk about this, I'm just not gonna fucking talk about it. or I'm gonna go away from that content until at least I think I'm okay enough to talk about it or something. I'm just not gonna put myself in that situation, which is why I don't make drama content like that anymore. It's not because I don't enjoy looking at it or I don't look at it in my downtime, because I definitely do that. It's because sometimes it's just overwhelming, or sometimes it's just like it's a little bit too close, or sometimes I just jump the gun because it's like I'm like, damn, like I really feel for this person, or I'm connecting more with one side on the other. I'm like, I shouldn't be connecting with anybody. I should be making sure everything's good, you know what I mean, or making sure everything is like I should be making sure I'm looking at the facts, not some bullshit. Um, Sorry, give me a second. Mm. Sorry, give me a second. I'm gonna move this. So give me a second. Excuse me. But yeah. Kind reminds me of when Jackie and his friends was friends with Toby, and then he started talking shit about her and dropping her suddenly. I'm sitting here like, wait, weren't you up here supporting and praising each other? I got sus of Drunky when he caused Omnia to spread the accusation that Peaches actively worked on the Jar video behind her back, when actually she dropped the project before Jar was even involved. Like the community was making Peaches out to be some compulsive liar, and yeah, no, the whole Peaches situation was just fucking stupid. Literally, that whole situation was just a fucking Peaches is a bad person because of this really insignificant thing, and then most people that are rational were just like, yeah, but like that didn't really happen the way you think it did, or like, I don't think you're right about that. And then they just kept adding on shit to try to get that gotcha moment, and it ended up turning into this. So, yeah. And that's what I mean. They're vultures. Off topic, but I love the the blue hair you painted. That is not mine. That is somebody else's. Mine is over here in the dark areas. Over here. But yeah, so if you're talking directly to that person, yes, their hair is very nice. I enjoy the hair that they are making. I'm I'm bad at talking and drawing. Though I usually draw beforehand on the thing. But I should be drawing people. If something. I'm just I'm just working on either drawing the little people I'm making on people's faces. Pretty much. Like random nothings. Let's see. Is that Flowey? Hmm. I don't know. I like drawing anime type stuff, but I also like drawing cartoony type stuff. I feel like I like drawing cartoony stuff more for animations because it seems a bit easier. But then again, art. My little guy just be. I tried to make him have like a little heart, but he's just like, yeah, his arms are. It's a lot. Oof. Yeah, but that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. There really isn't anything that's going on that I can think of that I want to talk about. There was a Take-Two thing, but that's kind of like there's nothing, there's not a lot to that. You know, it's literally just like, yeah, that sucks. Actually, my boyfriend said he was getting off work soon, and I want to see if he's off work. Are you off now? Because if he is, I'm gonna hassle him for food. If not, then I'm gonna go make up some food. Right, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. That's why I said I was gonna go, like, do people stuff. Like, walk. And shower. I've just been stressed. All I want is a nice Christmas. That's all I really wanted. I didn't show you guys because I was gonna show you later on. I decorated my entire, or not my entire house, my entire downstairs. I was cleaning up the house. I was feeling manic, but it was like a type of, I wouldn't say it was this type of erratic happiness, if that makes sense. So like I'm really happy, so I'm really energized, so I didn't know what to do. And when I don't know if I probably have some fucking ADHD, some shit. I probably have some problem. I probably isn't ADHD, but I probably have some problem because I get really hyper and really like active when like I'm like me normal is not a thing. It's either I'm really depressed, really unmotivated, or really hyper, and I'm willing to do anything. Like to the point where like when I was decorating my feet, I felt like they were bleeding because I was just doing everything and shit. And so I just want a nice Christmas, and I just can't have anything. Even when good things are happening, they're bad. That's the thing that bothers me about my life. When good things are happening, they somehow become bad. Like there's always a problem, you know what I mean? And it's just like I think I know the problem. It's just very hard to get out right now. I think that's what it is. I know the problem. I know how I can solve it. It's just it's a difficult thing, and I've been trying to do it for a while, and so I just need to wait and be patient. And it's kicking my ass right now, bro. Oh, it's been very frustrating. No, it's a sunflower from Plants and... Oh, okay. God, I have not heard about Plants and Zombies for how long time. I forgot that game even existed. Wasn't that like... I don't even remember what that game started on. Wasn't it like a mobile game, or did it like start from like Nintendo or some shit? No, I've never played that game, nor do I even know what it's about. I Sorry if I'm taking a break from drawing for a second. Mm. My zombie. My childhood was mainly just old Nintendo games. Everything's making me feel bad. I'm draining my boyfriend. Not shit. Snowing in Animal Crossing, but not in real life. Yeah, I've just been feeling shite. This sucks. Blah. Also, hey, question. Does anybody know how to get the light Christmas tree, like the Christmas trees that have the lights on them in Animal Crossing? Does anybody know how to do that? Is that a recipe, or do I need to get a specific item, or... Is that like do you get that from like that one guy, like the not slug, but you know what I'm trying to say, that one guy, the sloth guy? I think possibly you might get from there. Ooh, it's an outside grill. I'm not gonna put the Animal Crossing on screen because I know some of y'all are still drawing, which is fine. Damn. I want that TV. There are a lot of things in Animal Crossing I feel like you should be able to customize when it comes to colors. TVs and stuff should be one of them. Because there's a lot of TVs that, oh, it's a pineapple. That's cute. I want it. I don't even use yellow, but I want it. There's certain things like TVs and shit. And I'm like, I kind of want them to be like different colors, but I want a specific TV, but you have to like wait and some shit. I know there's like this black market. It's not probably not black market, but I know there's this market for Animal Crossing that like you can buy a bunch of shit on. I honestly don't know how that works, and it's scary to me, so I don't do it. But I feel like I should have to. I feel like I should be able to just get shit. You know they're trying to goat you into, getting the game by doing that, but I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I do also wish that shit was covered in snow. Like, at least the trees get covered in snow or something. That'd be fun. But I guess not. Hmm. Sorry. Okay. How long have I been doing this for? Because I'm kind of... is that Angry Bird down there? I see you, Angry Birds. That's funny. How long have I been doing this for? I have been here. It's not for 12 minutes, I know that. How long have I been doing this for? Oh, it's been like, so it's been like 2 hours? Oh, as much as I would like to continue doing this, and this is actually pretty fun, I run out of things to say. And even if I didn't run out of things to say, I'm not interested in drawing this anymore. Honestly, I would show you the drawing that I was drawing currently, or I'm drawing currently from my video, but I don't even, like, I woke up and I was like, I don't really like this anymore. This is actually pretty grody looking. I'm not here for this anymore. So there's that, but I think I'm gonna take a break because I haven't eaten, nor haven't done anything more than sleep. So I think I'm gonna relax and I'm just gonna. Oh wait! Oh wait a minute! Oh, I hit 1300. I didn't even see that. Yay! It's the second time. Yay! That's great. I haven't looked at my, honestly, I haven't looked at like my videos and my views and whatnot in a while now. I think I was interested in them before, but now I'm just kind of like not really here for it. People really did not like that video. That's fine. People aren't gonna like everything that you do. God, I think I don't have any really good polarizing topics. That's what I usually do when I don't have a video to make. I'll just make a quick video on nothing, or what it would seem like is nothing. But I don't think I don't have any other polarizing topics to talk about. The thing that's happening currently in the community with Fagos is not really something a drama, nor do I think it's something to like talk about like that. I feel like the video that was given, it should really speak for itself. I'm not saying that people can't make videos on it. I'm just saying I don't know. There's not really much I want to say, you know? But yeah, I think I'm going to keep this stream up. I think. Probably. But I'm going to go. Because I'm tired and I think I'm not coherent anymore. I think at this point we're getting to a point of like, I don't know. It's just a lot. Thank you for reading my comment. Now I see that I tend to type a mouthful to read. The Fagos is. Oh, it's fine. I don't know if you can download. I actually don't know. I don't know if you can download it. I usually put, which I'm gonna do it on Twitter as well, but I usually put the drawings for the stream on Twitter or on my Discord. So if you're looking for like your specific one, I'll put the whole page on the thing. But if you're looking at how to download it, I'm not really sure. I would just take a screenshot, honestly. But I don't know, because I've never, actually, that's the thing, I've never been on the other side of this, so I don't actually even know if there's a way to do that. Yeah. I don't know if there's a way, can I pull up full screen? Oh, I could. I wish I would have done that in the first place. But yeah, I don't know if there is a way to do that. I've never been on the other side of like, I don't know if it looks different from like somebody who's coming into it than someone who is the admin on it, you know, but I don't know. I don't know. Wait, please don't delete the whiteboard. I'm not gonna try. The bagel situation is something people need to be careful with. I found the way. Go to file. Well, is it? I assume that it is it exporting it, or I know it's not inbox. It's not importing. I would assume it's exporting. We're saving it. Do 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 do. Got a message. Got a message. Gotta read it. Gotta read the message. But yeah, usually, I will. Okay, stroke. Oh, saving it just okay. I see. Saving it just saves to a JPEG. Okay, well, that's actually easier than me taking a screenshot. That shit was annoying. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm drunk. Leave me alone, okay? Very much taking this bottle all night. I'm gonna go. If you want to see this, I'm gonna wait until everybody's finished. By the way, so once everybody leaves the the drawing thing, I'm gonna save it and I'll upload to Twitter and the Discord. I think that is it. I was gonna be like, let me beg for money, but that just feels gross. So I'm poor. I mean, you know, you could just slide in my DMs, ask for a commission. I'm poor. I don't like drawing for the job, but I'll do it if I need to for my rent. I don't pay rent, but for my phone bill. Alright, so I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. All of your artworks are pretty. I enjoyed them all. I enjoyed having you guys here. We'll do this another time. Motorcycle? People in my neighborhood staying being annoying. I will see you guys later. We will do this another time. Okay, you know, I'll see you.